Five and looking forward to another exciting year with everyone. And let me slow it down for Jennifer, who's just arriving. Five and looking forward to another exciting year.
Here's the cake. Yeah.
We commence with roll call.
Member Macias,
Present.
member Ramirez,
Present.
member Barrett,
Present.
member Gross,
Present.
member McKillop,
Present.
member Hernandez,
Present.
member Jimenez, member Cuda Fuller. We have a quorum.
Perfect. And introduction of, is there anybody who would like to introduce himself at this time? Anybody on Zoom who would like to introduce themselves at this time, please raise your hand. All right, seeing no hand raised, we'll move to item 2, public comments on matters not on the agenda. Does anybody have any public comments who was here in person? Anybody who is here via Zoom? All right, seeing none, onto the consent agenda, the approval of the minutes from September 25th, which everybody has hopefully received and reviewed. There's a motion to pass said minutes from almost 4 months ago.
Hernandez makes motion.
I'll second.
And then all in favor?
So we have a motion from member Hernandez, a
Hernandez.
second from member McKillop.
And then all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Any abstain? All right, motion passes. All right, so as we move into 2025, it's that time of year again where we nominate chairs, both chair and vice chair. To make it easy, I will, like to nominate myself to continue as chair. If anybody else would like to become vice chair, or if Jennifer would like to continue vice chair.
I'm okay with continuing vice chair, but this is the committee.
If there's a motion,
I'll move that we elect Chair Member Macias and Vice Chair Member Ramirez for another year.
Second.
all right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, and I'll continue to sit up here by my lonesome. And then the 2025 meeting schedule, was that to confirm the 2 o'clock time slot or the change of dates?
This is just for your reference, and then also, our last meeting of the year, which is November.
Mhm.
It usually falls in our, MSD's mandatory office closure, so we tend to cancel that meeting date. Here, this is just a suggestion, if you want to move that meeting date, the Wednesday before, or cancel it. So with that, you want to have that discussion, and then as an action item, either to cancel it or move it to the November 26th date.
I had thought about that on the way here that, it has been months since we last met. I do feel we need to meet in November, even just for a quick check-in meeting. I'm in favor of even going a week earlier if possible, because I know the 26th is that Wednesday before Thanksgiving, having the meeting the 19th. Check my calendar before I speak the wrong dates.
Yeah, 19.
No, no, that would be November 19th.
As support staff that works for us, so we'll just need a approval from the committee if you want to move forward with changing the date to the on November 19th.
Okay.
Do we want to entertain some discussion as in another council that I serve on where we have a short meeting and a potluck?
For sure,
Activities.
yes. You're like, I gotta go there.
I mean, 2 o'clock might be late for people, but maybe not. I don't know.
No, I was gonna suggest that. That's why I said the word short meeting.
Short meeting and social, whatever.
Come in, sign in and sign out.
So we need a motion to move it from the 26th to the 19th in November.
Yeah,
2025.
as a committee, you would want to agree on the date that you want to meet on.
I see a few head nods, so I'll go ahead and make the motion to move it to the 19th. Then we can discuss potential potluck plans at the next meeting with hopefully a few more members here.
No, second.
Right. I made the motion. Bobby or but I heard both of them speak at the same time. Sure. Aaron made the second, and so all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? All right, motion passed. All right, on to item 5.1, membership updates from Christie.
All right, good afternoon again, everyone. So I just want to give an update, that last month, 2 of our committee members did resign. So Maria Magana, was a representative for CISO. She is no longer employed with CISO. She moved on to another organization, the Red Cross. But at this time, her commitment is, prioritized, her new role. So she's not able to continue in this committee for the time being. The other committee member is Leticia Garcia, representing the Carmel Foundation. Again, unfortunately, due to her other commitments, she's not able to continue on the membership for the committee. I have since reached out to both organizations. I'm still waiting for a response. They haven't said no yet, whether they're no longer going to be represented, but I will continue to follow up to see where that is before our next meeting. With that, so our membership is down to 8 at this time. And Ruben and I has started working on membership recruitment. So we'll be working on posting on our website. I've started connecting with other organizations for recruitment. And also I'll be working with our marketing manager to see if we can do a press release for volunteer recruitment for the committee. But also as just a friendly reminder that membership to this committee also serves as the transportation agency for Monterey County Social Services Transportation Advisory Council. Yes, Aaron, that's a long name, but short, it's STAC. TAMC Stack. So under the Transportation Development Act, TDA, a membership needs to be represented geographically. So across the MSD service area. So we need representation in the following categories. 1 representative of a potential transit user who is 60 years of age or older. 1 representative of potential transit user who is disabled. 2 representative of the local service provider for seniors, including 1 representative of social transportation providers, if 1 exists. 1 representative of local social services provider for persons with limited means. And 2 representative of local consolidated transportation agency. that's kind of where MST is at. So that side is represented. So along with being the advisory committee for the staff for the transportation agencies agency for Monterey County, as the committee representation for the mobility advisory committee, we need representation in the areas of persons with disabilities, for the elderly, seniors, and veterans, which is at this time, it is currently represented as well. But we will continue to recruit for membership for this year. So if you know of anyone or any organization that you think may be available to be represented, or have someone that you think would want to join this committee, feel free to refer that person or organization to both Ruben and I. And I also want to thank everyone who is continued members of this committee. I know your time is very valuable, but you do such amazing work for your organization and the work that you do for this committee. So thank you for your commitment. And that's it. And if you have any questions, I'll be happy to answer them for you.
Yes, I was wondering, is anyone here represent MV Transit since they contract to provide the rides service?
So we have Kevin Oshouse. So Kevin is our contract service manager who manages the contract with MV. And then we also have David, who is the general manager for MV Transportation. So yes,
And they come to this committee?
that is correct. So David is
Okay,
right here,
great.
and next to him is Kevin.
And this Kevin, yeah, I don't see you very well.
Okay,
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Christy.
all right.
Moving on to item 6, presentations. The 2025 Coordinated Public Transit Human Services Transportation Plan Development Process. Regina.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you, members of the committee. As mentioned, I will be presenting on AMBEG's coordinating plan update. Next slide, please. Can you advance? Oh, thank you. So this year, AMBEG will be updating the Monterey Bay Area Coordinated Public Transit Human Services Transportation Plan, called the Coordinated Plan for short. The purpose of this document is to identify and plan for the transportation needs of seniors, persons with disabilities, and persons of limited means. In order for transportation providers to be eligible for Federal Transit Administration Section 5310 funding, projects must be identified in this plan. One thing to note is this effort mirrors TAMC's annual Transportation Development Act process that's mandated by the state, which is used to identify unmet transit needs and will provide the content for our document. Next slide. So here's a quick list of the required elements that must be included in the plan: an assessment of the currently available transportation services, an assessment of the transportation needs of seniors and persons with disabilities, strategies, activities, and products to address the gap between what is currently available and what is needed, and priorities for implementation. Next slide. So this presentation begins our update process. Working with TAMC, in March, we will begin to draft the plan and return in August when it's released for public comment. We will prepare the final plan in October and request AMBEG board adoption at their November meeting. And the last slide has my contact information. And of course, I can answer any questions you may have.
It gets off to a
It's pretty
great start. so
straightforward.
far.
Yes. Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you. All right, and at this time, I'd like to do the 5-year service recognition for Mr. Dennis Lucy, who's part of our Navigator Volunteer Program. Ms. Soriano.
Good afternoon, members of the advisory committee. My name is Kelly Soriano, and I'm overseeing the Navigator program. Dennis has been helping us, volunteering with us for the past 5 years. And he has been instrumental in sharing our mobility services throughout the Monterey County. He was always present at Chelsea Park, the Marina, as well as many luncheons that are put on by Meals on Wheels in South County. And so he has helped our seniors, people with disabilities, veterans to become more independent. So I just want to thank Dennis for all your years of service for MSC.
Thank you.
So I have a slide for you.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Betsy, do you want to
Did you
step
wanna
up
say
to the
something?
podium?
I'm taking a little break from volunteering lately because I've had some weaknesses in my legs and voice and things, but when I get better again, I'll start up again. I was suddenly had an accident and didn't have a car, and then a little later had another accident unrelated to that, but I fell out of bed and hit my eye and became blind in one eye. So I haven't been driving now for about 6 years. But when I suddenly became without a car, I'd wondered what I'd do, and I knew I couldn't just keep using Lyft all the time. I mean, that'd be a little expensive. I lived way out in Prunedale, though. But I called Kevin Alshaus, and he helped me navigate the first time that someone helped me sort of explore all the different options for mobility around here in the Monterey County, ITN, and they were the first to really come and help me. And then the rides, and then eventually I found also for people on Medicaid to call the car, and that's a good program. I don't know if you have anyone that represents them here. So I just wanted to be able to give back, and I've really enjoyed it. I started when Aaron was the director of the Navigators, and then Jose Barajas, and then Johanna Reyes, and now Kelly. Kelly's really giving herself into it. She was a real fit for this job, for her job, I mean. And so I'm just appreciative that you're appreciative of me. I've been appreciative of all the different trips I've taken all over the county to try to help people explore and to learn about transit and how to talk to them. And I guess I have one suggestion for right now for MV, and that is to get some more schedulers, because you just wait on. Yesterday, I waited 15 minutes to get an answer. At least I didn't get the guy after 7 minutes that said, leave a message and we'll call you back, and then they don't. So you've solved that problem. Anyway, I don't want to use this as a sounding board for that, because I really appreciate and I've really enjoyed it, and Kelly is a great coordinator. Thank you.
We'd like to capture some photos with you, Dennis.
What's that?
If our chair would like to take a photo.
Oh, sure. Can I sit down for it?
And then we actually have our CEO, Carl Sidoric, back there. If Carl, you want to come up and take a photo with our volunteer here? Like to join us? Yeah. Okay.
Can I sit down and you just give me around? Sit down. Yeah.
Okay.
Is the chair still there?
Yeah, chair's still there. I got it. There you go.
Ah, thank you.
Hey.
You wanna hold your?
Oh, yeah. That's really nicely done. Haven't read it yet.
Cheese.
Thank you.
Moving on to item 7.1, MV Transit and MST rides service updates. David.
All right. Happy New Year, everybody. It's nice seeing everybody again. Little crooked slide there, but I think if you have your packet, you can, oh, there we go. All right. A lot of good things to report. this time around, we've made a lot of nice improvements over the last few months that I'm excited to share with you. This first slide here just kind of breaks down our trips by purpose for MB and what the clients that we have been transporting. Our number one up there is education, training, and daycare. We service the La Casa clientele on a daily basis. So they are pretty much a bulk of that. We pick them up from home, take them there, and then also take them back home. So we're proud to service them and help them out. And then you can see the others as personal and recreational trips that people are getting out and going to shopping, restaurants, and their leisure and being able to get out in the community. And then our third one is our dialysis passengers and clients that we take deep pride in making sure that they are serviced very well and they're getting to their appointments on time and taken care of on a daily basis. So we can go to the next slide. Okay, the same information here, but this is with our Yellow Cab. Yellow Cab, we use them to help us with overflow for any types of trips that we cannot handle. The bulk of their trips are as the personal and recreational trips. We try to keep those trips that are closer knit. Where the short trips for our customers that are going from maybe from their home quickly to the grocery store or to work or something like that. And then, as you can see, the employment is the second leading one there for Yellow Cab. But we're trying to take more of those trips so they can be, provided by MV. But when we can't, we move them over to Yellow Cab to help us out with that. All right, if we go to the next slide. Okay, this next slide just shows where we've come over the past 2 years with the number of trips that we've been providing and the passengers that have been on board as well. As you can see, there's been a significant increase in this FY25 year compared to last year, which we're excited about. I like to see that, ridership is up, means that we have, passengers to get back out in the community, enjoying themselves, and we're able to provide them the service that they need. So it's a good graph here, and you can see the increase in both trips and passengers in this slide here. All right, so if you can go to the next slide. Okay, I'm going to start from the bottom up because this is the part of the slide that I'm really excited about. Okay, we've been talking for months now about our on-time performance. Okay, if you look at the last 3 months, I'm saying 3 because this month we're at over 90% as well. Our contract standards hit 90% on-time performance each month. We've been working really hard on doing that over the past year. We've increased our staff, riders and our drivers to help improve that. And since the beginning of November, we've been able to achieve that goal of 90% that, my team is extremely proud of and excited that we're able to do that. Like I said, currently right now for this month, we're at 92% and expecting to be above that goal again, in the next 3 days and then continuing forward each month after that. But that's something that, we've, like I said, been working really, really hard on. And I'm just proud to be able to present this to you to see that where we've come on that. Now, the top of that slide is our passengers per hour. We're not quite hitting our contract standard, which is 1.87, but we're just below it. I'd like to be able to accomplish both the 90% on-time performance and the passenger per hour goal as well. But, it's just a matter of, we try to avoid the long, trips, the long passenger time on the bus. you know, we didn't want someone on a bus for longer than they need to be. So we try to get them on and get them back to their home or to their destination quickly as possible. So, for various reasons, but we can start achieving both those. I'll be extremely happy to do that. But right now, we're on the right track. So very proud of this one. All right, if we go to the next slide. Okay, this one slide here just talks about our call volume and our wait times with our dispatchers and making a trip reservation, which I apologize, Mr. Lucy, for you having to wait for that long of time. We just recently hired 2 new dispatchers. They're in the process of being trained right now. They're in their second weekend right now, so we can start seeing some improvement there. Both these gentlemen that have come on board with us are moving very rapidly along with the technology that we use, EcoLane. We have one dispatcher that just came on. He's got prior experience with another transit company. So really excited with these 2. That is going to show some improvement and what will help this call wait time as well. So we'll start seeing some improvement there as we get these 2 experienced, and I'm looking to get one more on board as well to also help along with that. All right, next slide. Okay, this last slide also is a one that I like to brag about. You know, this is our the amount of passengers that we carry between complaints. We're doing very well right in this category right now. A majority of our complaints in the past have been late arrival times of our buses, and that a lot of that it was in part due to a shortage of drivers. We've been really aggressive with hiring our drivers and getting that on road, which has helped in this department right here, and also re-educating and retraining our dispatch team. They went through an extensive retraining program over this past month, so that's also helped out as well with their customer service capabilities with our customers on when they're taking reservations and helping out our clients. So yeah, I'm proud about that one as well. And I believe that is our last slide that we have. Questions? No? Okay.
So,
Yes, sir.
Have you resolved the thing yet with the guy that comes on and says you may leave it, press the asterisk and leave a message? Or especially when they cut you off entirely and say, we're in a high volume call time, so leave a message. But my experience was that no one ever.
Is not
returns
getting
those
back to
calls.
you. That is an area that I'm working on. Yeah.
Great,
Yes,
great.
I will.
This would be a great thing, if you, like a lot of things have this, we'll call you back at this number, press 7 and,
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, I know it's frustrating not getting a call back. So yeah, I will.
Especially if that means that you can't reserve your ride at all for that day.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, because you missed the time, yeah.
Yeah. But
Thank you.
We'll improve on that.
Otherwise, the things you're saying, I just wanna say, as someone who experiences your services, have really improved. The on time. I don't know if in the past year, maybe once I was late for something that I gave them as an appointment that I had.
Well, I'm good.
Which is not good, one is. That's hardly any for all the ones that I've taken, and
Good.
wait time, the buses are also more on time, it used to be sometimes.
Yeah, it was
No.
bad.
Yeah,
It was
so
bad.
it's, the driver's the best asset you have, though,
Yeah.
you have some real good drivers.
Good. Well, thank
Real
you. for
good
that.
personalities.
Appreciate hearing that. Thank you very much. Okay. No other questions?
And I'll second Mr. Lucy in that I've seen it with our clients at the Blind Center, that they all arrive pretty much at 9:45 and they all depart at the same time. So good, thank you.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to see that we're doing our job. All right. Thank you.
All right, item 7.2, MST mobility updates, Kristen.
All right, good afternoon again. So one of the activities in our mobility department, we've developed a taxi ADA certification training. This training is a requirement of the Monterey County Regional Taxi Authority and MST's taxi voucher program for operators, for taxi operators. So previous or last year, as of last year, the training was offered virtually. This was transitioned from in-person to virtual during COVID. And so starting this year of next month, we are transitioning the training back to in-person. So effective next month, any new taxi cab operators or any taxi cab recertifying operators will participate in the training in person. Certification is valid for 2 years, so it's a retraining that all taxi cab operators within the Monterey County and participating in the taxi voucher program will have to participate in this training. In our Navigator volunteer program, we are currently recruiting for volunteers. So we've been working on marketing efforts for the recruitment. Kelly here has been working with our marketing department to design a new flyer, working on getting the words out on our bus. We currently have what's called car cards on board our buses, and then social media postings as well. Let's see. So annually in the last, I believe it's already our 5th year. So in observance of Older Americans Month, which is in May, MST or the Mobility Department has been hosting what's called the Senior Transit Day. So we kicked off our Senior Transit Day planning and identified the date on when we're going to be hosting that day. And so that's going to be on Wednesday, May 21st. And it'll be at the Mobility Center. And I also want to introduce our newest member of the Mobility Department. We've hired Luisa here. She is new to our department as of January. And her role will be overseeing the travel training program. So Reina and her team will be working alongside together with Luisa here. And then also I want to remind all committee members that those who need to renew their ethics training, please reach out to Ruben on how we can help out with that. Also, Form 700, the Statement of Economic Interest, that's also needs to be filled out as well. So I think we've already identified who needs retraining for ethics training, and then everybody will need to fill out the Form 700.
Send out an email as a reminder if you could, put your-
And I think that's it for me, but if you have any question, I think on our next meeting, which is scheduled for, so January, in March, I will go ahead and provide a presentation on updates on our mobility programs and services. But if you have any other questions, I'll be happy to answer them for you.
You know, is there, I guess, an incentive to be a navigator, like free bus rides, free bus passes?
Yes, there is.
Okay.
So.
Because I know you're coming to speak at our support groups.
Mhm.
You know, I know a few of our clients in the past have and are still currently navigators. That might be a good way to recruit some more, since they're always looking for ways to get incentivized.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. Yes, so our navigator volunteers can receive a free monthly bus pass, or if they fall within our youth navigator volunteers, then in return can receive their community service hours.
Questions? Well, thank you, Christy.
All right.
On to item 8, announcements and appreciations. I just have one announcement for the Blind and Visually Impaired Center of Monterey County. As of this coming Wednesday, we are officially opening up our second Marjorie McNeely Low Vision Clinic at the AOA Hub, 236 Monterey Street. So that really marks our expansion into Salinas and South County, where we've already seen from 2023 to 2024 over 200 more clients. So we're hoping that this low vision, the second and only low vision optometry clinic in Monterey County, really captures those demographics. Any other announcements or appreciations?
I have one, and of course, I didn't bring flyers, but I'll send them to Ruben. As you know, Alliance on Aging is growing. We're very blessed to have Blind and Vision and other agencies be part of our agency and provide services. But it's tax season, and you know, we do taxes and they're free. So I'm gonna send everyone a flyer so you can let your seniors know, please, that taxes are available with appointments, obviously. And we already called 250 seniors already since last week to make appointments. So we get very popular. Also, I wanted to make a quick announcement. Mario, him and Jackie, my staff, are gonna be taking finally that trip. They're taking 8 seniors this Friday from Salinas to Monterey Wharf. And I hope that's exciting for them. Mario has done several trips with seniors, and he has scheduled seniors for other trips, and I'm gonna be collaborating with a young lady that just joined and working together to make sure that, you know, our seniors know that we all work together for them. What else? I think I'm at a senior moment because I forgot. That's all. Thank you.
All right, thank you, everyone. We'll go ahead and adjourn the meeting. If there's actually any subject item requests for next meeting. Anything needing to be discussed.
Just have a correction on the agenda, average time at 1 PM, but any time is. Either way.
Thank you. All right, we'll still go ahead and adjourn at 2:38. Thank you, everyone.